Following Sonic Boom, Kiss toured both the US and Europe pretty extensively, but there was talk of doing a follow-up to Sonic Boom, and in 2012, that became a reality. The band must have been disappointed with the sales results of their Walmart deal for Sonic Boom, since the new album, Monster, was done through Universal and released more traditionally. Monster was released on October 9th, 2012. This is written by Paul Stanley. It's got a great riff and I love the attitude and lyrics. Tommy Thayer's solo is really great as well. Clearly the band listened to some of the criticisms of Sonic Boom because the lead work on Monster is so much better. Paul's voice is unfortunately one of the big problems. It is very strained on this track, much more so than on Sonic Boom. But the biggest problem is the production and mix. It's dry, I don't like the guitar tone, there's barely any bass, and everything sounds jumbled. The term for the problem is brick-walled. I call it the Oasis problem because the sound reminds me of that band's infamous third album, Be Here Now. Everything is turned up to 11, and the sound loses dynamics and nuance, and it can often be a chore to listen to. This is written by Paul, Gene Simmons, and Tommy. It's a solid track with some cool guitar parts, especially the solo, and I love the pre-chorus. The melody of that is so good. This is written by Paul and Tommy. I love the lyrics. As someone who is socially awkward and a little shy, it's an easy song to relate to. It's a really cool song that the production fails a little bit, but Tommy's solo is great. This is written by Paul, Gene, Tommy, and Eric Singer. It is Eric's only writing credit on a Kiss album. Obviously inspired by the MC5, it's got a great riff and a solid solo. The song is so much fun and a great summation of the album's intent. What makes this album so much better than Sonic Boom is that it's not Kiss trying to make a Kiss album, it's Kiss trying to make a rock and roll album. It's about going back and looking at their influences and contemporaries. This song is really great and should have been a single. This is written by Paul and Tommy. It's a fun song with a solid riff. Paul's voice, unfortunately, takes it down a bit. This is written by Paul and Tommy. The lyrics are fantastic. They're about the nature of success and the need to not take what you have for granted because it could all go away in an instant. It's musically very interesting and features a solid solo. It's a great song that, again, Paul's voice lets down. I'd love to hear a cover of this with a great singer.
Eat your heart out, baby. Oh, won't you give me
This is written by Gene. It's a fun song with a cool riff and a great solo. I really enjoy the verses. This is written by Paul, Gene, and Tommy. So there still has to be a demon song, but I think this is much better than I'm an Animal. The riff is cool and the solo is great. I also love the pre-chorus. The lyrics are great. They're about having to face your own darkness. You can point your finger all you want, but at a certain point, you'll have to look in the mirror. This is written by Tommy, and fun fact, Tommy is only the fourth member of Kiss to write a song entirely by himself, the other three being Gene, Paul, and Ace Frehley, unless you count Car Jam. The song has a great riff and an awesome solo. The melody and Tommy's voice are both great. It is such a fun song, and it kills live. This is one of only 2 songs from this album that I saw them play live, the other being Hell or Hallelujah, and it's so good. There is no excuse for it leaving the set list. They should still be playing it. This was written by Paul. I love the riff and the swagger of the song. I love the lyrics, and Eric's voice is great. Solid solo as well. This is written by Paul, Gene, and Tommy. It's got a fun riff, a great melody, and a cool solo. And Paul's voice works. I love the sense of humor in the lyrics. It might be my favorite track on the record. It's a lot of fun. This was written by Paul, Gene, and Tommy. I like the bass riff and the lyrics are great. I love the fire of the song. It's a great ending for the album. This was written by Paul and Tommy. It was exclusive to the iTunes version of the album. It's got a cool riff. I love the lyrics. The verses are a lot of fun. And Paul's voice mostly works. Monster debuted and peaked at number 3. It has sold roughly 150,000 copies, which does not include digital iTunes sales, but the band can't have been too happy with the album's performance. Despite quotes at the time flat out stating that they would keep making albums because of how much fun Monster was to make, it will likely be the final Kiss album. Hell or Hallelujah peaked at number 36 on the mainstream rock charts, while Long Way Down failed to chart. I do think the band could have done more to promote the release. When it was first released, the band played 5 of the songs at the Kiss Cruise and in South America. Hell or Hallelujah, Wall of Sound, Long Way Down, Out of This World, and All for the Love of Rock and Roll. When the Monster Tour went to other countries, that number had been reduced to 2, Hell or Hallelujah and Out of This World. I was a senior in high school when this album came out, and my friends knew when a new Aerosmith album came out, Music from Another Dimension. I saw tons of people wearing the Circle shirts, Bon Jovi's 2010 album. I had a teacher ask me directly about Rob Zombie's Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor when it was released in 2013. No one knew Kiss was doing anything. Someone, trying to make fun of me, asked how the new Kiss album was, not knowing about Monster. He was trying to tease me. This was around the time of Music from Another Dimension. And when I replied that I thought it was great, he was genuinely surprised because he had no idea that Kiss was still recording. Obviously, Aerosmith and Bon Jovi are bigger bands, but they show that it was possible for Kiss to reach more people. I don't think Universal and the band did enough to push the album. And I love the album. It's the first one since Revenge that feels honest and genuine. They're honoring the past without copying it. There's a maturity in some of the writing that is really good. It's musically unique for them in a lot of places, with great performances all around. The mix is pretty bad. I'd love for this album to get remixed because I think the sound puts a lot of people off from the strong writing. And Paul's voice is an issue throughout, sounding strained and hoarse. But for me, the songs are good enough that I can look past those issues and really enjoy the album, because these are great songs.